In this video, I would like to share with you a tale of caution. Also, I'm going to show you my new project. First, a tale of caution. Now, I've just driven my van for 4 hours straight, thereabouts, from the east coast of Britain to the west coast of Britain. I know some of you in rather larger countries are probably thinking, what, 4 hours to drive from the east coast to the west coast? Yep, literally 4 hours. The UK, after all, is quite a tiny little island, and that just goes to show how small this island really is. Now, my epic journey across country went without a single glitch. I literally did it non-stop, from one side to the other. No drama, no worries. It wasn't until I actually got here to my destination, whilst going up a really steep hill. It's a shame it's so cloudy, because I'll show you how high I am. It feels like I'm at the top of a mountain. Anyway, during the ascent up this huge hill, my van started to smell of oil. Not any old oil, it started to smell of transmission oil. And when I finally got here, I opened my driver's door. Sure enough, there's a bit of smoke coming from underneath my van, and there's transmission fluid pouring out underneath my van. My heart sunk, I've got to say. I was devastated. But here's the thing. Upon further inspection, I realised that transmission fluid was coming out the top of my dipstick, where my dipstick goes in. The reason for that? I think I've overfilled my transmission. I actually put too much transmission fluid in my transmission. So this is where my tale of caution comes in. If ever you go on YouTube to watch a tutorial video, or you want to learn something new, make sure you watch more than one video. Don't make the mistake that I made when I looked up to how to check the transmission fluid on a Mercedes. I watched one video. And yeah, the one thing that guy that I watched missed out was that you should have your engine running, and you should have warmed up your transmission to 80 degrees. And because I failed to do that, I overfilled my transmission fluid. So I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that took the time to comment on that video that I made when I was filling up my transmission. And they said to me, Mel, your engine should be running when you check your transmission fluid. Because they were all absolutely correct. My engine should have been running, and my gearbox should have been up to temperature. And like I say, because I only watched one video, if I'd watched other videos, I would have realised that I did actually need my engine running and my gearbox up to temperature. So that's the big mistake I made, and I just wanted to share that with you, that if you are going to do something new or try something new and you watch a tutorial video, make sure you watch more than one video. Don't make the mistake that I made. So right, all I've got to do now is clean up a big pile of oil outside these nice people's driveway. But before I do that, and before it starts to rain, I want to quickly show you my new project. So this is Rebecca's Volkswagen Crafter. It's a medium wheelbase. Wait till you take a look around inside. You're going to be in for a real treat. Now, I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. Rebecca started working on this van with her father, but her father fell ill, so she's had to carry on doing it on her own. She's pretty much done everything but the electrics and the plumbing. That's why she's called me in to try and help her with her electrics and her plumbing. So let's take a look inside. Rebecca's open the door. Volkswagen Crafter. Take a look at this. I think Rebecca and her dad has done a fantastic job. It's such a shame that Rebecca's dad fell ill and couldn't finish it off with her. So let's take a look at some of the unique features in this camper van. Now, as you can see, she's gone for the classic layout, fixed bed at the back, overhead cupboards. Now I think these are bedroom drawers, and she's repurposed them for a camper van, and they look really good, and they're the perfect size, I think. Now she's planning on putting a sink above here and a cooker above this one, which is really nice. I think it's going to look really, really good. Now, although this is quite a classic layout, there are some quite unique features about this van. Some features I'm quite excited about. For instance, take a look at this wood burner. It's an apple pie wood burner, and it's got an oven in the top of it. I wish I'd seen this before I got my cubic mini wood stove. Take a look at this. See that? It's actually got an oven. I reckon that oven is just about the right size for a Fray Bentos pie. I wonder if she'll let me try it out, see if it'll cook a pie. Well, would that be a bit cheeky? Now, the other unique feature about this van is the corner shower. Take a look at this. She's started to install a shower, and this is the one thing I'm really excited about, because I know a lot of you guys have asked me, have I ever fitted a shower in the van? And the answer to that is no, I haven't. I have never fitted a shower in the van. So I'm really looking forward to fitting this. I have, however, fitted a shower in the back of my van, and that shower works really well. So I'm going to try and use the same shower system but inside Rebecca's van. Now, Rebecca paid professionals to fit her rear glass and to fit the glass in the door and to fit her ceiling fan. The glass in the doors is fine, but the fan, that's a different story, because when they fitted her fan they didn't cut the hole in the roof big enough, so there's not enough room to fit the frame that goes up against the fan on the inside. It won't fit because they've not made the hole in the roof big enough. So that's one of the first jobs I'm going to do, is have to remove this fan to make the hole in the roof big enough so that the interior frame can actually go up. Not only that, this fan isn't even screwed in place. They've simply just glued it in place using the glue that you use for the glass. And to make matters worse, it even leaks. There's water coming in that corner there, look. You can actually see water dripping in through the ceiling fan. So that's going to be one of my first jobs, is to correct this mistake made by so-called professionals. Shame on them. So there you go, that's the inside of Rebecca's van. That's why I'm in the Cotswolds, to help her finish this van off. All I've got to do is a bit of plumbing and a bit of electrical work. Yeah, sounds simple, right? Oh look, here comes Rebecca right now.
Hi.
Let's ask her a few questions, shall we? So Rebecca, I've got to ask you, why did you decide to build a camper rather than just go and buy one already made?
Mainly because of the finances. I thought it would be cheaper and easier to be able to buy a van and do it myself. Plus, with my background as a builder, I thought I can take a whack at it and do it myself. So yeah, I just literally looked on eBay for a vehicle, saw this one, knew it was for me, so I went ahead and just got it, and I've been doing it on my own since.
That's brilliant. So your dad's a builder and you used to work with him, and so you've got experience.
Yeah, I've got over
woodwork.
15 years, yeah.
Oh right, well, it certainly shows, I've got to say, it does show.
Oh, thank you.
And why did you choose to buy a Crafter rather than a Sprinter?
Okay, interesting question. I bought a Crafter because I researched a lot of garages around my area, and a lot of them didn't take a Sprinter in terms of maintenance. So I thought, well, I wanted a vehicle that was more universal for, you know, when I'm on the road and I can go around, and if I need anything done, I wanted to be able to get it fixed if I needed to, because I don't have any experience mechanically, so I need to be able to have it so that it's easy to get it repaired. And Sprinters aren't so
perfect
easy.
sense, yeah, it's a good idea.
So I wanted it easy, basically. So Crafter seemed to fit, and also it had all like the extra mod cons, whereas Ford Transit is a little bit more industrial and commercial, so I thought just go one step further and go for a Crafter.
Yeah, well, it's certainly a lovely looking van, it's in superb condition. And what's the mileage? It's only done 70 something?
76,000.
76,000, yeah. So
it was good.
Yeah, it's still got plenty of life left in it.
It has, it's good.
Well, where do you plan to go in your van once it's converted? Are you going to use it for weekends? Are you going to go further afield, or are you going to live in it full time? What are your plans for the future?
The plan is to start with to just go off for weekends and get used to living in a van, because obviously this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. And then work up to living full time in it, and travel around, go to Cornwall, Scotland, anywhere in the UK really, get used to that, and then hit the open road and head towards Europe. My ultimate destination would be Greece.
Greece?
Yeah.
Nice.
Go and spend weeks and weeks by the beach. Yeah, that would be
excellent. Great. Well, thank you very much for filling everyone in on
You're
what you anticipate to do with your van.
Yeah.
So, right, let's get on with it. Let's
let's
get
do
building
it.
your van.
Let's do it.
So there you go. Watch this space.